friends, welcome back. This is exactly where we left off. We just finished transplanting our plants into about 6 different pots. Now is time to start embellishing. I'm going to walk through it so you can kind of see what I went out and picked while I was on my little getaway with my man. Okay, so this is what I found when I was out and about. Just some twigs. This is a little bow from the dollar store. If you're not best with making bows, go ahead and pick up a pre-made. You would like to see a bow making video, I'd love to do that for you. Leave me a comment below. I found these lovelies, which are in that beautiful brown. They're dried. They're gonna totally get through the season. Great little accents. I have some pine cones I picked up from the dollar store, along with some of those glittery things that were in a bag of 20. This fun cordage. Don't forget your wire cutters, scissors, some wire, and once again my little goodie basket. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in. So as you see, my friends, this is where we left off. I went ahead and prepped some of the stuff that we're going to be using. We are going to accent these using all of that lovely stuff that might look dead to some, but to a designer and decorator, it is free materials that the earth provides that adds so much texture. The element of nature itself, even in its dead form, is beautiful. Go out shopping around your environment, around your property. Start with this beauty. It is gorgeous as it is, but let's go ahead and elevate it just a touch. So we have a pretty tough, it's in a kind of an orange, light peach color with lots of glitter. And I have already tied it off with the wire. In my videos, you will need wire cutters, and scissors. Today, we are using some floral tape. Comes in many colors, green, white, depending on the task you're using. Catch up on all of the materials I'm using in this video, in my past videos, starting with the All Fall series. Hold it in my hand for now. We start there. Go ahead and start getting kind of the fluff that you want. I went ahead and pre-wired some small little pine cones. And we just add that right into that. Beautiful, right? So that looks great to me. You don't need to add too much because we're going to go into a different area of the plant. Make sure that you're getting full use. You can add in some of the dried stuff that I have here, but it's very fragile, so I like to just add those elements straight into the dirt, and you will think it's all mixed and tied off with the same wire, but it's not. So you have it all in one hand, and you just take one of the wires that you wired from the pine cone or wherever, and you're just gonna twist it around all the way down. So all those wires hold firm. Go ahead. And we're just going to lift up that plant. Twist it the direction you want it to go. And you just push it right down in. Careful you don't hurt your plant. Remember, it's going to grow into the pot. Add your little tufts coming outward. I love it. Long twig for just that. It's literally just a stick. And take off any little pieces that are going to keep it from going into the dirt. Beautiful? I love it. See those sticks? One here, that's in the orange. So let's go ahead and elevate that. I have a tuft. pretty silk with another flower that I just added to the top of that silk. Didn't have anything on it. If you want to add another one, you can do that on this side, up higher. See how that's looking? Wonderful. This is a single plant, so you can add maybe a little bit more to that one. I'll probably keep this a little lower. That came in that pack of 20 from the dollar store, and I just literally, they're styrofoam, so I stuck it up onto that little twig, and I'm just gonna add that right into the flower. As it grows, you may need to move it around, but for now, we're just gonna stick it right there. I want to add, let's do one more flower. Now this flower here didn't have a stem, so I picked one of the stems off of my little twigs and just pushed it up in the hole, and now it has a stem. So let's just attach that into that. Perfect. And that is ready to be tied off. You take that one wire from your tuff and you wrap it all the way around whatever stem is down, all the way to the bottom, so these little ones don't stick out. They're nice and firm, and you have made a lovely little bow with no glue gun in about 3 minutes. Push that on in, and there you go. One more done. If you would like, you can add a few more of the dried stuff that I found. And with these, I kept them longer. They're super fragile, but if I just tuck them lightly into the dirt, like that, you can see, I hope. I'm sorry about my lighting if it's off. I am outdoors today. And let's go ahead with, oh, they're so fragile. A larger one, and we're gonna fill that one in, kind of turn it out, gives it that fullness I'm looking for. Perfect. You don't have to worry about the back because I will be layering different things, so you won't even see it, and the plant is still going to grow. I love it. Next, we have this orange one. It had some big spaces, right? Front and back. I'm not too worried about the back. As you see, it's pretty covered, but it has that big space here. We're going to take some of this mesh that we have, that I used in some of the other videos, and we're just going to make a bow for it, okay? So you come in, loop it, give it a twist, and you're just gonna make like a double-sided bow, okay? As I said, I can do a bow making video, and I probably should, so I can give you some different techniques on that. So that is that here. So you're just gonna cut it. Perfect. Take it in the middle, cut up, all the way up, just to where your wire can get in between that, through the loop. I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna give it that nice twist. Let it be messy, it's okay, because that's not even gonna be your focal point. Once we add in some other embellishments, you can take that straight in if you'd like, because I don't want everything to look identical. Let's go ahead in with a little fall leaf, and once again, that bag of 20, I had a nice glittery leaf that's gonna really stand out, and I'm gonna go right into the dirt with that. I had a little pumpkin Use the dirt. The dirt is your friend. It is part of what makes designing easier, because you're not having to use so much materials and cut and wire everything. You're using what you have. Let's add in some of this pretty brown. It is very delicate, so be careful. I love the coloring and the dried element of it. Let's just take this one up in the middle. Now another trick is, see how it's in groups? I could cut there. If I need it longer, I can cut there. And then I could leave a couple of extra little doodads on it. So I'm just going to take it and snap it right there. Let's come into this side, maybe go a little forward with it. And then that last little stem, why waste it? Use those little pieces and tuck in a little deeper. Look how nice that looks. Stick around till the end of the video and I will have pictures of all the ones that we've finished where we were, because we were getting ready to go on to the next one, but this one needed a little bit more. I found these awesome little wheat things growing natural that will be perfect. I'm going to show you a couple tricks. You're going to take it and stagger the length a little bit. If you want to use 3 is a good number for that. And you see it kind of lengthens it. However far you want to stretch it out. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap it. Okay, leave it a little longer. If you need to go shorter, you can. I'm going to snap it in half. Then I'm going to take the sticks that I have that some people would just toss away, but that is extra filler for me. And then I just turn it over and add that wheat part to the top. You see how much fun height I'm getting? Go ahead and arrange it to where you want it. This is a good spot for your floral tape because these are so fragile. A wire, when you twist, is gonna break it. Grab your floral tape. If you haven't used it, you start with the tip, and then as you come down, you start to stretch it. If you break it, that's okay. You start again. So you're gripping it and pulling at the same time. That is what creates the sticky part of the tape. Go around a couple times. You don't need much. Pull it, twist it off, and there you go. It's one piece now. Much easier for you to work with. Stick that right down into the dirt. See how high it goes? I love it. Sure, you can add in just a couple things to fill it out to the sides. Another one of these, which is just beautiful in its natural form. And there you've spread it out. You almost have a floral arrangement with it. Okay, so this one's done. Let's go ahead with this pretty yellow one. We're not going to do too much. Let's go ahead with this one. It's got a lot of nice yellow in it, a pretty squash. We're just going to snip that. Get into our basket of goodies and pull out some of that pretty glitzy orange stuff that we've been using. Spread it out. Give it a good fluff. I kind of like that one a little higher. So let's go ahead, spread that apart, and tuck in with a little bit of that dried. Just be careful because it's super sensitive. Break that one part, add the second part over a little bit. Let that squash show that's in there. Little balls on it. So I'm going to take that off to the side a little bit and let it flow. Remember, you're telling a story, so place things as they would naturally be, which is flowy. I think what it needs is a little bit of that rust color going in. right into there. Look how pretty that looks. So dramatic. It doesn't look cheap anymore, like you got it from the dollar store, now does it? I already have a pre-made bow, which if you're not the best bow maker, it's okay. Use one of those. Some more I'm going to add in because this one didn't have much. I'm going to take that floral tape. I'm going to get the end of it. I'm going to wrap and tuck my finger, and then as I'm twisting it, I'm pulling that tape enough that it adheres to it, so then now you have just like a little mini bouquet. You take that little bow from the dollar store, so you wrap it and you give it a good twist. Now it is all one piece. That could be a place setting, an accent piece, just even laid down in your bathroom. For now, it's going in the plant. Do a little fluff, get everything spread out. Kind of hard doing it backwards, so I apologize. Look at that masterpiece you created. Now I do feel like it could use a little height because it's very overpowering in the front, but as the plant grows, it will fill all in, and you'll see within a couple weeks how big it truly is. Take some of your twigs and just go inward. Fill up that back a little bit. It's okay if it's curved, whatever, work with your curve. Maybe take that out to the side a little further, okay? Make sure everything's off so it slides right into the dirt. Doesn't make a big hole. Get it up into the middle there. Gorgeous. And let's do one more side piece so we get it balanced. I kind of might turn that one more upward so you see it's curving up. It keeps your eye center in the bouquet, and that is ready to go anywhere you would like. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Drop me some pictures of your planting. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're feeling about this little project. We are almost done. Okay, we can't forget this little beauty here. So let's just go in. I'm going to make it simple just because we have a lot going on with everything else. I'm going to take that wonderful cordage. I'm going to go ahead and make a quick little bow loop with it. Leave some on the end. Flip it around. Leave some on that end. I know I keep showing this, but for people who haven't seen it, you should check out my other videos. But if not, here's a little refresher. Take your wire. Firm twist. Pull here, give it a twist with your finger in between so that you get a nice tight grip on that. Let's grab another one of these flowers. It matches. I don't know if you can see all the pretty colors that we have in our plants. In here. Okay, this one, as I said, I'm going to leave it a little bit more simple. Let's take in a few of your little elements here, a few of your nature finds. Just spread it out a little bit. They're so fragile. Up into there. Gorgeous. I'm going to take that wire that I used for my tuff, give it a twist around, make it all one piece, one stem. Wanted to come naturally to the side, that little tuff, which I'm going to leave it. It looks great. It's not so centered to where it looks like all the other bows that we created. If you were doing this on your dining table, that would be great, because you don't want things really higher than put it down on the table. And here, especially if you're having conversation with friends, you don't want to block them. So then I just took a twig, another one, and I'm just going to go straight into the dirt. Let it curve out a little bit. I like to use all the pieces, big or small, a little natural, coming out that way. So I got a couple of those. And remember, it's got all this stuff that's hanging on it. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to snip it, kind of measure if you need to, how tall you want it. Take it down, cut it, just twist it with your fingers. Take that second piece, the stem, and add that in too. See how those little curlicues, it just adds to it. It's just natural. You come down, pull up to how far you want it, stretch it down, grab that floral tape, give it a nice tape, make it one, be one with it, okay, and in you go with it. Kind of tuck it in so you don't really see anything but the pretty greenery. Now you can see it from all directions. It's not just a one-sided plant. It goes all the way around. And as they grow, oh, even more beautiful. I'm so excited for this one. This beautiful, lovely stuff is going around my fountain, and I'm really looking forward to sprucing that up. I hope you've all learned something. I'm getting ready for the next video. I love and appreciate you all so much. I hope you have an amazing day. So here we go with the finished products. How beautiful and individual do they all look? Some have a little bit more, depending on how much space I needed to fill in. Until next time, bye.